I'm your dad.
Let's go.
Get up on you gonna learn today.
Daddy, chill.
Call me Daddy.
Daddy! Daddy! No, stop it, Daddy!
I wasn't even asked to do that either. I could have done that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You just interrupted the intro.
Sorry.
Now we're going.
Let's go.
For everyone out there listening and watching, we're finally here at the moment. I think it's long overdue. Right?
It takes a lot to get me here. We got kids. We got no one to watch them.
Yeah, we would be better off flying my dad in from California to watch the girls for you to get here. But I think it's long overdue. It's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day again.
Valentine's Day, babe. Love you.
I love you too. It's been already a wild day. We were talking in the hallway.
Expensive day. Emerson
had 3 teeth pulled. Extracted, they like to say.
And spacers in.
Spacers.
So it wasn't even fun expensive. Like I didn't get to go shopping or anything. It was just Emerson's freaking teeth.
No vacation. No hotel.
Nothing fun.
No room service.
No. Oh, sad.
Emerson has my type of teeth.
Yeah, she has your teeth.
My teeth.
Yeah.
Very dense, heavy, sort of, when I say that, like her mouth is very full.
Yeah.
It's full of teeth.
It's just crowded. And
yeah, it's very crowded.
in every single direction. They don't grow straight. They grow this way and that way. And today we found out Amelia has my teeth, which is great news.
No cavities.
No cavities. She probably won't need braces. Her teeth fall out and then grow in straight.
Yeah.
Like they're supposed to.
Yeah. And then
That's
Emerson needed 3 teeth extracted today. She needed spacers, and she's getting braces next week.
Yeah.
Started.
Yeah.
And it's going to be around about 3-year process with her teeth.
It's 2 years.
I hated those. I had anxiety sitting in that room with her, and I'm as I'm rubbing her arm and her leg, I'm going, it's okay. And in the back of my mind, I'm going, this fucking sucks.
It's not okay.
This place stinks. I hate you. This gives me PTSD.
And they're all so nice, so everyone's fine. Everything's fine.
I have the worst luck with that kind of stuff. Growing up, my mom worked in a dental office her whole life. She still does. I hate the dentist. The smells, the sounds. Every time I went, it was like I always felt, I'm gonna have another cavity.
Right. Something's
gonna happen, and everything did happen. You're talking about manifestation of negative things. It was always bad. My last time I went to the dentist, I had to get a cavity filled, and the dentist, who's a family friend, Fletcher, is doing his little, which he's so calm and kind,
so gentle and kind,
so gentle with everybody, and he's massaging your gums. Okay, I'm doing the needle now.
It's not.
I'm doing the needle, and I'm going, okay, yes, I feel great. And he's massaging, and he does this little thing where he shakes your lip or your gums.
Okay.
So you don't feel have you ever had it done?
No, babe, I don't have cavities. I've never had a cavity. I've never had
so
braces.
So he puts your finger in, and he's shaking your gums while he's doing the needle, so you don't feel the needle.
Okay.
So he's shaking, and okay, it's just a little pressure there, Michael. Okay, Doc. I've known you since I was fucking 4. You can call me Mikey. Okay. And he hits a nerve, and I go, oh, fuck. And immediately my eye starts just draining with water. And this is the last time that I went to the dentist. This is why I fucking hate the dentist. And he goes, oh, did I hit that nerve? I go, I think you fucking did, Doc. I can't fucking feel this side of my face.
Oh,
and he goes,
Mikey, did you hit that nerve, Mikey?
And He goes, I swear to God, he goes, in 34 years of practice, I've never hit that nerve. I go, yeah, on me though, huh? I'm the fucking one. That was the last time I went to the dentist. I'm like, I walked out and I go, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm going to brush my teeth and floss and stay at home. So that's
genetic.
it. It is genetics.
Nothing to do with. It's good to brush and floss your teeth, but it's genetic. So.
All right, I want to get into us. Okay. You want to tell the story about how we met?
Do I want to tell?
Yeah, because I was like half awake, half asleep, half drunk.
You were drunk.
I was drunk.
Half awake, half
well,
asleep.
I was.
You
yeah.
were absolutely obliterated. Yeah, completely.
Let it be known, I'm going to sit here and I'm also going to ask questions because I think we have there's going to be some details that go, out the wayside and I don't want to miss those. So I'm going to be here.
I like that.
Great.
Yeah,
I like
I'm going to be here for that.
Please chime in. I was at a party with my friends, and one of my friends was your then stepbrother. And he got a call from you and said, hey, my brother's at a party. He needs a ride home. We all had separate cars, but I was the only one who had an extra seat in my car. I had
badass Dodge.
Yeah, it was a single cab Dodge Ram truck. It was absolutely humongous. It was awesome.
Way too big for you.
Oh, it was absolutely huge. But I was the coolest senior to pull up in the parking lot in high school. It was bigger than every guy's car there.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we pick you up, and I'm the only one, who has a seat. So you get in. I don't remember anything else. I don't remember a conversation. I don't remember anything like that. But I remember having to stop for you. We all had to stop for you. And you get out and you're crushing up beer cans and you're throwing them at cars. On the sidewalk. That's all I remember. That was the night.
That was the night.
That was the night.
That was the night.
Yes.
And then from there, it was like texting.
You got my phone number.
I got your phone number. And then you went down to college in San Diego with...
We were talking before that.
Yeah, with... Who was a friend?
My friend Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla.
We got an apartment together. And then that's when we actually, I think, really started dating. Before it was just talking.
Yeah. And then that's how it started.
Do you remember sneaking into my house when my mom was at work?
Oh my God.
Before Danny and Ashley's wedding?
I think so.
Remember that?
I think so.
Sorry, Mom. She doesn't listen anyways.
Hey, your family loves me, by the way.
They do.
That was the one thing I remember. One, your mom tried to put the fear of God into me.
My mom didn't like you at first, only because you were so much older than me.
Yeah.
But when I told her that Michael was your dad, so I knew your dad before I knew you. 2 years before I knew you.
Yeah, which is weird because we never
crossed paths.
We never crossed paths ever.
But I was at your dad's house.
You were at my dad's house
single weekend.
all the time, and I was either gone or working or whatever.
We would have all of our, friend gatherings there.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as I said, "Oh, it's Michael's son," the way it turned, her face went, "Oh my God, that's so cool!" I'm like, do you remember that he's 24 and I'm 18, or did that just?
Hey, it was 22 and 18.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, we're not 6 years
right,
apart.
23.
Okay,
we're 5 years apart.
I'll listen. All right. Yeah, people are gonna listen to this and go, "What the fuck's going on?"
18.
Yeah, you were 18. I was 22.
I was an old senior, so I had turned 18 before I graduated. Most kids are 17 when they graduate.
And then your family fell in love with me, which that was for me. That was a big plus.
Yes. Well, you're the only man that survived.
So far.
We've
got time will tell.
45 women in my family. Everyone just keeps having girls. And then they grow up. So all my aunts and, cousins or whatever.
They're all women.
And they keep having girls. But then the men don't last. They just don't hang around. And now it's better now.
It is better now.
But
I showed up to the first Thanksgiving. I surprised you.
You got everybody.
I got everybody. I roped your whole family in. Yeah. I suckered that whole fucking family in.
Hell yeah.
I surprised her on Thanksgiving, and I show up, and it was Greg,
It was my
Shane,
uncle and my cousin, the only boys.
and Derek. That was it.
My mom's husband.
And everybody else was women. And it was great because I got, we get all the attention now. All the attentions were on the men.
You, because you're a big ham.
Yeah.
And you want everybody's attention.
Oh,
and
I do.
everybody
That's
to
true.
love you.
I do want all
And
the
they
attention.
do. Oh, Mikey, oh my God, you're here.
Hey,
remember
everybody.
me? Like, you raised me, remember? I don't know.
That was a fun time. And from there,
It was very fast.
everything from there has just been a fucking light speed.
Within a little less than a year of knowing each other, we moved in together.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 year from literally then, we got married. And then a couple months later, we had Emerson.
Yeah, from dating to moving in to proposing to marrying to Emerson was in about a 3-year span.
Yeah. When you know, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I remember how sad you were when Crystal found out she was
we're
pregnant.
going to tell a story because Crystal's going to listen. She's going to go, what? Okay, so my mom has an 11-year-old daughter, my sister. And right around the time, my mom announced she was pregnant, I kind of knew. Crystal, his oldest, one of your older sisters, announced she was pregnant. And I was just really sad because I was just impatient. I was like, I want to marry you. It wasn't, I want to get married. It was, I want to marry you and I want to have our kids. And what the fuck is taking you so long? And I think back, it had really only been like 6 months since
Mimi's Cafe. we were at Mimi's at Cafe.
Oh, and
we were
I cried
in the parking
car.
lot. Yes.
Ugh.
See, I remember things. I remember things.
Yeah.
I remember getting in the car and you're crying. I'm like, what is wrong? You were like so upset. But it was weird because Josh, she has her mom was pregnant a year before you got pregnant.
No.
2 years?
So, Sophie is 12 now, I think.
Oh,
and Emerson's
that's right.
Not even 10 yet. So
But it was just
bad timing, and it's not anybody's fault. I just wanted to get married to you, and then I wanted to have our
Put
kids.
a baby in me.
Like, hurry up. God damn it.
When you know, you know.
That's right. When you know, you know. We've come a long way. We've traveled through
space and time.
No, I was going to say we've done so many moves.
Oh yeah,
for people.
We've
Moved probably 8 times in the last 12 years.
Yeah, I mean we
give or
could
take
count, but it's been a lot. Yeah,
8 times, I think. The best move. Would you say the best move was to Texas?
it's only been a year.
It is.
Can't really-
It's been a little bit over a year.
What are your thoughts on Texas? Let's lay it all out here for all the Texans listening.
I love Texas. We've been here it's been a year. I mean, a year and 2 months.
Okay, so
I
far,
love
so
it.
good.
I love it here. There are hard things because we left basically your dad. We left your dad in California, and your dad is the reason why we were such good parents and have an amazing marriage, because he would take the girls for us. He'd beg us to take the girls. So we always had time together, and then they were always having fun.
We never had to. We'd never have to ask him.
He's calling, begging me to take them. I'm like, Amelia has softball games, and we're doing this, we're doing that, and he's begging me to take them. And
He still does in
still
California.
does. I know. He's like, bring him out.
He's
tried.
like,
It's
fly him
very
out.
expensive.
I'll take him for the show. I'm like, Dad, it's like $2,700 for all 3 of us. Well, what's the difference? I'll pay it. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I'm not doing that. But he is. He's very.
Sometimes I'm like, man, fucking idiots. Like, we left him in California. Like, how stupid are we?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's tough.
It is tough.
Because
It is tough.
now we have to find people we trust. Out here, we had to hire someone who we love and the girls love her and we trust her, but also it's just not the same. Like, your dad, every other week from Thursday to Saturday, he would take them. and we never had to worry. They were having fun. They were safe. He feeds them junk, but they were having fun. We were having fun. Like we were, I would travel to shows with you, and I would any opportunity that presented itself, he would say, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll take the girls for you.
And now
no
you're missing
issues.
out on all that.
Now I'm missing out on it, and I'm fucking pissed. Because, yeah, it's funny. I know. I'm pissed like all the time.
She said that the other day. She's like, I'm fucking mad. And she's in the rip room, sees all these slabs. Josh, I have like 500 cards I'm taking to the show. And she knows what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and I'm going to sell the cards and do the experience and the hotel.
Love going to
and
shows.
she's like, I'm fucking pissed. And I'm like, why? She's like, because I should be there with you doing this.
We are the face of Daddy Rips. This is my company too. Blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice.
Well, let's talk
and
about.
I don't get to go.
I want to talk about that.
It's so fun meeting everybody and going out to dinner and like having drinks.
He's smiling while he says that.
It's so fun.
No, it is. Let's talk about that though, because I don't think I give you as much credit. I do give you a lot of credit on this podcast. Even I'm not sure if you even listen or pay attention to what I'm saying. I mention you almost every podcast that. Because what you have gone through. But I want to go back to the beginning. Okay. I was ripping for Rizzo, and I was working from 5 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock at night, coming home for an hour, hanging out with you guys,
literally an hour. Maybe taking a nap.
Maybe taking a nap, getting up, driving to his house, working till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, driving home.
Doing it over again.
And I did that for months.
Yeah.
And months. And never once did you ever go,
this is bullshit.
This is bullshit. It was, oh, you made $200 last night. Okay, great. Sweet. We could put that towards this. Or
it was just the opportunity.
Yeah.
I think.
At what point?
Cool.
I'll get to it because it's not going to be chronological order because this is just going all over the place. At what point did you see, man, I think he can really build something here off of sports cards? Or did you see it in the did you see it in the lives? Because you would hop in the lives when I would be ripping for Rizzo. Like, was there ever a point where you go, fuck, I think he can do this?
No, because you were doing it.
No.
Like, I already knew you could do it. You take every single opportunity and you make the best of it. So there wasn't a point like, oh my God, this is like our life, or this is what you're going to do with our life. I hoped you would dump the driving business and do it full
Everybody
time.
did.
Everybody wanted you to do that. I was first. But
it was a timing thing.
I know.
It was timing.
There was never a point where I was like, oh my God, like you could do this. Because you were already doing it. I knew you could do it.
Do you remember that day? January?
Yeah, it was January 11th.
Yep.
I have a picture of it. I'm the one who reminds you of it every single year because you forget where you come from. Or
Yeah.
where you came
I'm not
from.
going to say this is weird, but that's my birthday.
Is it
No
really?
way.
That's
Holy
my,
shit.
That I got goosebumps.
Weird
So, you know.
stuff.
January 11th, 2021. So what happened was Sleevey was the first one to go. Sleevey told me in the drive, I've told the story 100 times, but he's in the driveway, he turns around and looks at me and he goes, I'm fucking done. And I didn't know what he meant about it. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I'm not going to work tomorrow. I said,
That's
what?
This is how Sleevey quits a job right here.
I'm done.
And he called, so the next morning he didn't. He said, I took a 3-week sabbatical, a paid sabbatical. I didn't even know you can do that. And then after the 3 weeks, he just stopped showing up.
No, he
Swear to
took
God.
all his PTO and then he left.
So he goes, I just stopped showing up. I'm done. So which is weird because he is the least to take the leap person. Right. He does not
Very
take the leap.
calculated. Yes.
He's overcalculated.
Overcalculated.
So when he did that, I think we had a conversation come December because it was November,
Hold on.
December.
Let's not pretend that we had a conversation because it was before Matt did that. I didn't beg you, but I told you over and over again, you just need to quit. Like, it's not worth it. We can skimp, we can scrape, we can do whatever you need to do. We already have really cheap rent.
Yeah.
It wasn't very expensive for us.
We got
lucky. At
lucky.
that time.
We got lucky because during COVID, the landlord, I was going to say landowner.
The landlord.
The landlord of our condo was super gracious and kept us at the same rent while everybody else's rent around us were going up.
I just think he didn't know. He wasn't paying attention. But
he also told me, I don't want to drive up there from San Diego. I don't want to have to rent it out to somebody else. It's not my place. I'm doing it for my mom.
Yeah.
Please stay. Just stay in there. Just keep sending the checks.
Obviously, we're grateful for that because
yeah.
If it was more expensive, you probably.
But you're right. We had talked about it several times, but I think it came to a point where it was right before Christmas time, and we had a conversation, and I said, I think it's time.
Mm-hmm. We'll go back to that because
please correct me.
We had conversations and me begging you, and I'm telling you, I believe in you. You can do it. We'll scrimp, we'll scrape. It's going to be amazing. Take as long as you need. I know you can do it. You know, doing that. And then you get a phone call from AJ, and he verbatim tells you the same thing that I tell you. And you just go, you're right. I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to do that. That sounds like a great idea. Why didn't anybody else tell me that? Like, don't pretend.
I'm not pretending.
You are.
It's true.
And then AJ
true.
says it, or Joe Rogan says it, and you go,
oh yeah,
I'm
Rogan.
going to do that.
You gotta follow Joe.
Joe's the man, okay? No, but AJ, he did it to me on Tuesday. He put his foot in my ass again, like every week, and I tell him things, and he's just like you in this sense, where I get excited and I'm like, oh, and then this and this, and he's like, dude, that sounds like shit. Like that.
I don't say that. Hold on.
No. No. But you're like, I don't think that's the best idea. You put it in a usual way.
Not because it's a bad idea. I give you step by step what's going to happen exactly after that. After you execute that idea, I just give you an idea of, how that's going to look. When you're excited and you're in the moment about that one thing, I like to show you like the ripple effect of it.
Of course.
And if that's positive or if it's negative, and then you can think about it that way and make your decision based on that.
AJ he takes what I think is like, oh, I hope, this is my hopes, and he shatters it and he shows me reality, and then he shows why reality is much better.
Yeah.
That's what he did to me yesterday.
Ends up being good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the phone, I'm so quiet. And he's going, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry this sounds like shit, but he said the best thing to me yesterday on the phone, which he said, I want to word it right. He said, stop selling yourself short. Stop pretending that you don't bring enough to the table when you're talking with these people. You don't have to act like the rapper's best friend. You don't have to act like the baseball player's friend. He goes, bring yourself to the table. I'm the fucking Bowman King. I'm the one with the knowledge. I'm the one with the entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm the entertainer. I'm the focus.
You don't need to bring them to the table to make it better. It's already the best it can be with you being there. But you don't give yourself that credit, which is why I'm always having to remind you, remember where you started from? Remember where we started from? Remember when we had no money? Which we have money and it still feels like we have no money because of,
Yeah, the business grows. And like I said today, I go, everybody else is making money, but I don't think the business is making money. But whatever.
God. Keep going.
After, I do want to keep going. After the jump, was there a sense of relief because I wasn't driving?
Yes.
But then another sense of, okay, now Men on Cardboard is going to be our livelihood now.
I had you that day you stayed home and that night you guys went live I'll never forget that night because it was so much relief because I had been alone for months.
Years.
We'll say months.
Yeah.
To not make it sound as bad. It was a really, really long time where you would, get up at 7, drive.
2014 was when I started the company.
Right. So you would drive
Mm-hmm.
and then you would go to your dad's and rip at your dad's. After being done with Jeff, you did it at your dad's.
Yep.
And that was even a little bit better because I could go to your dad's with the girls and sit with you or say hi to you and they could play with him. And we could
as late as
see
possible.
You. Yeah, we could see you. But then I'd still have to go home and then do everything with the girls, go to sleep alone. But then I was waking up alone too. So that day or that evening, I was like, oh, it was such a sense of relief because as moms, we think of before we fall asleep, what are the worst things that could possibly happen and how am I going to get through them with 2 dogs and 2 kids by myself? The house is burning down. Someone breaks in. Whatever else. There were ER visit, something like that. That was my biggest sense of relief. You guys finally being there. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I don't care how loud you are.
It was hard
I
for
did
me
not
at
care.
first because I think I remember that first couple weeks, I almost didn't know what to do with myself.
Yes, you felt like you weren't busy enough.
I felt like I wasn't
like you were a
doing
loser,
anything.
You weren't doing
Yeah.
anything. Yeah, I know.
And it was hard to fill those gaps
Yeah.
because most of the time
God
I would.
forbid you hang out for a minute, like 5 seconds. Just relax for 5 seconds.
It was hard, but now I have too much on my plate.
Yes, you do.
I have way too much on my plate. But going back, you're the one that came up with the name.
I did.
You
Nobody knows
own the name. She owns the name. She literally did. We were standing in my dad's driveway. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember.
We're standing in the driveway, and my dad's like, "What are you gonna call yourself? You can't just be." What was my Instagram handle? Daddy Beastin or something?
Yeah, you were Daddy Beastin, and you wanted to be like Beastin Rips or something like that. And I just said, "What about Daddy Rips? That makes way more sense."
You're like, well,
Daddy
you said
Rips,
everyone in the
'cause-
live already calls you Daddy because your IG name, your Daddy Rips. I'm like, oh my God. And then that next day, I'm walking around Target trying to find, and I was trying to find baseball blasters. I'm walking around Target in between driving to LA, and you were fucking dialing up the logo. And the writing
And it's
and the
still the
text,
logo. I
and
can't
it's
believe you
still the
kept
fucking
it.
logo.
You're so
lucky.
We had it as Daddy Rips spelled out, and then over time I was like, you know what, the DR does.
DR came probably 2 months later.
Yeah,
But Daddy Rips in that font and all that is
kept the
original.
font, kept the logo,
Mhm.
and then that sort of sparked it, and then I started the page, and it 18.1 thousand followers later.
Still the same.
That's where we're at. We're still the same. And I'll tell you what, still to this day, it is a fucking grind on the growing the page and getting the followers organically. I'm not
Right.
buying followers. I'm not buying a bunch of people. We've done this since 2020, and I say we because everything I do on there, I usually run it by you. How do you like this background? Remember when I was going through the background phase?
Yeah, I know
like,
everything. Any conversation, any movement with the business.
oh yeah,
I know
she
everything.
can spot out all the fucking cuck boys in the hobby.
She'll
knows.
have a phone call conversation with someone, and I am a professional eavesdropper, and I can tell if the guy's an idiot or a scumbag, or it's just their tone of voice and how they're willing to speak to someone they've never met in person, someone they really don't know, can tell you a lot. And you are the nicest person on the planet. You don't see that. You don't. I feel like it just like passes right through you. I don't think you think that way about people. And I do.
I see it. They do it to me.
I know.
I
don't know why.
They
You
screw me
let
over.
them.
They screw me
It
over.
is crazy.
They bend me over, and then I give
Still.
them extra chances
I know.
all the time.
You're just too nice, and
I don't, but I have this sense of I want to get along with everybody, even though I can't.
yeah.
I'd like to. And even if they like burn me, I feel, I don't know, maybe it's something with me. Maybe I have something going on with
Do
myself.
you need to go to therapy?
This feels like therapy.
This episode was brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp.
Better hell.
You ever been ripping a Bowman Draft Jumbo and just wondered to yourself,
I don't know.
gosh.
this episode is not brought to you by BetterHelp. Not yet, at least. Not yet.
Yeah. From fucking BetterHelp. Oh, this episode is brought to you in part by Xanax.
That would be wild. That would be a wild one.
Oh my God. Going back, I try to see the good in people.
I know.
I try to see that they're gonna do good. They want to do good, but they never want to do good. They never want to do good.
Oh, it drives me nuts because how much has it costed you?
A lot.
Not like costed you as a person, but financially, how much?
A lot.
It costed you?
A lot of money.
It's cost the business a lot of money, which in
Cost
turn
the-
costs the
I can tell
family
you
a
right
lot of
now,
money.
it's cost the business well over $50,000 in the last 3 years.
Yeah,
And that's
by just being
a lot
nice
of that
person.
is just being screwed over financially, where somebody takes advantage of me.
right.
And next thing I know, I have them on the board owing me $7,800. Money
if-
never comes in, and
And
it's
that's
gone.
why I suggested like 2 years ago the rule: you don't get a spot unless you pay. I feel like that's just easy. I don't understand why we have a board. Why do we have a tab? Like why?
You have a board.
Why do you have a board? Why do you have a tab? If you take a spot, pay for the spot. Because maybe people need to hear this. If you don't pay for a spot, it comes out of our family's pocket. That's our money that we now have to front until you decide that you'd like to pay for the spot that you already took. Just pay for the spot.
And a lot of the
Or
times,
leave it open for someone who will pay for the spot. I don't agree with the tab
Facts.
system. I
Yeah.
don't. If you are raking up a $20,000 tab, pay it, because then we're out that $20,000 because we have to pay Fanatics in 15 days.
yeah,
Let's just be real and honest about it. We have to pay Fanatics
yeah,
and people who are, giving us the product, and those people are not nice. And they will not give you an extra day.
They have slightly robotic voices.
Yes.
And they don't really talk to
They-
you like human beings.
No, they want their money and they're going to get their money, or else you can no longer get product. So that comes out of our pocket.
yeah. I agree. We've worked on it. We've gotten a
I
lot
know.
better on that. It's hard.
I know.
It's hard, but you're right. Because if somebody doesn't pay, if they even rack up a $700 tab, that's our money for the night. That's our income. So now if it takes them 3-4 days to pay, that night is a loss because I have to pay Sleevey and I have to pay Teddy.
Right.
So now,
And
Like
we
you said,
don't
that
wait
money-
to pay them. They get paid
Yeah.
because they're our employees, and that's the right thing to do. Give them their percentage
Mhm.
so they can take care of themselves. So we, like I said, we as a family, you and I, we lose out
Mhm.
if you don't pay for
Yeah.
your spot. So
what's the biggest surprise that's come with the sports cards that you've seen or been able to experience? What's the biggest thing that
like a surprise or like the coolest thing.
well, yeah, either one. Like, what's the thing that when 4 years ago when we got into the breaking, what's what we've done in the last 4 years, something that you would have never thought that sports cards could have brought us?
Basically everything.
Yeah.
You staying home and working from home. Everyone is not everyone. There are extremely generous people out there who love you and want to fly you out to their hometowns and take us to dinner and, take us clubbing and like buy us tables and bottles. And what the craziest thing was, oh, geez.
Sweet Lou?
No.
That was
we
a
were in
great
New
time.
Jersey. Yes, that was really
That
fun.
was, you
In
should tell
Dallas.
that story. That's a great story.
It is a great story for you. It was
Maybe we have a part two
It
down
was
the line.
fun for me, but it was not.
The title
Or it was
is
fun
Sweet
for you.
Lou.
Yeah.
It was a Dallas card show, right?
It was a Dallas card
like 2
show.
years ago, and it was your birthday.
Yep.
And Sweet Lou and his wife wanted to take us out.
The
which was
experience,
so
though.
fun. He
was-
ordered us an Uber Black. It dropped us off at the Ritz in Dallas. And
Went upstairs, had drinks.
Sweet Lou was waiting
Oh, yeah.
for us
That's right.
with champagne. I was like, oh my
In
God,
the
this
lobby.
is amazing. Yeah.
Was he
We
wearing
went
a
up-
tuxedo?
He was wearing a paint-on tuxedo.
Completely nude.
We went upstairs, we hung out, and then we just down the street it is a house. It was a small house that they turned into a club. It was really cool. Do you remember
my
that?
God.
But
It
the
was a
dinner
house.
was wild.
Oh,
Remember
that's right,
the dinner? The dinner, remember? So, Josh, we went to dinner. Nice place. This
Oh,
place was fucking packed, but we had
Very
the worst
expensive.
service. And
Typical.
the one thing I do remember from that night, after this, I was kind of gone, but the bar was like right here. It was like
We could
right-
touch. We,
we
could
could touch
literally
the
touch
bar.
the bar.
and it
But
took,
it took
30, 45 minutes to get our drinks. And I kept joking and going, I'm just going to fucking grab a drink. Anybody want a drink? And so at the very end, and Kyle's like, he kept saying, like, I never
he
complain.
doesn't,
I
yeah.
don't want to complain.
But it
And he-
was a
and he-
few hours.
it
We
was-
hadn't gotten food. We hadn't gotten
You
drinks.
didn't get your
I
fucking
didn't get
entree.
food at all. Everyone's food was delivered.
Yeah.
And I don't like red meat. I don't eat that. I just wanted a side. It was literally like a side of mac and cheese. That's all I wanted. I did not get that. So he did complain very kindly. Just let the manager know, hey, it's been like 2 hours. We don't have drinks. We don't have food. Like nothing. They comped our whole bill. So everybody still got food and their drinks. It was great. And then we went to this house
No,
club.
no. You missed the
What?
best part.
No.
You missed the best part of
Okay,
the.
go. Then
So-
you don't ask me to tell it.
I thought you were
tell
going
it.
there. I was seeing your face. I thought you were going there.
Oh, okay. Go.
The waiter goes, or the manager goes, okay, like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything else I can get you guys? And everyone's like, no, we're good. And it comes on to me. I go,
Typical.
yeah, I'll take a bottle of wine. And everyone just goes fucking fuck. So I'm like, I'm taking advantage of this. Like, I don't ever get this. We don't ever get that sort of treatment.
Well, and at the time, we just didn't have any money. So
Yeah.
going out and having a drink wasn't in the cards.
Yeah.
So we had lots of fun. Yes. And can I do my part?
Yeah, go
Can I
ahead. Yeah.
We get to the house club. We have a table.
Was this
Just-
house club named the Bowen House?
I don't know.
It
I don't
was
know
in
what
the
it's
middle of
called.
nowhere?
It's in the
It's-
middle of a street.
I
Like a
think you went to the Bowen House.
Okay, I don't know what it is.
And
but
it's like a house, right? And it was it was
Yeah.
completely dark.
Yeah, it's like an older kind of house.
Yes.
Yeah, you went
Yeah.
to the Bowen House.
Okay,
Yeah?
so we went there.
You've been there?
Yeah, but I've lived here 25. I've lived here 30 years, brother.
Hey, we had
Okay.
no idea where we were at.
So we went to this house and we got a table and there's just bottle service.
Yeah,
And
you went to
these
the Bowen House.
girls, adorable, come out with, the signs and the woo. And all of them say, Daddy fucks, Daddy rips, DR, and it keeps coming. And they said vulgar things. I don't remember
Oh, yeah.
all of the signs, but it was so fun.
Yeah, it was.
But after that, what topped that experience was going to New York and watching the Yankees play in
Yeah.
box number 1, fully catered,
God.
open bar, bucket list
Yeah.
for me at least. There's no way we'll ever be able to afford that suite.
Shout out to
literally
that was
ever.
Mark Strange, a supporter of ours.
So kind,
Literally just said, "Come
comped
on
the
out."
whole suite for us and made sure we had
Took us
food,
to pizza the night before.
Oh, yeah. An incredible restaurant
It's like a pizza steakhouse.
Right? Yeah.
Remember they
Staten
had those
Island.
fucking steak
It was
racks?
incredible. Staten
Pizza
Island was
steakhouse.
It
What
was not
in
a
the
pizza
world?
steakhouse.
No, but they
I'm on a
had
flight
So
tonight.
hold on. They had Italian food, and then they had those tomahawk steaks in the middle of. They had
Oh,
4 of those
okay, that's
tomahawks.
Yeah, whatever.
It was wild, but
It was
yes, going back to what I was saying
so
before,
kind.
the opportunities, and I reiterate this to Teddy all the time. I say, Teddy, relationships over money.
Yeah.
Relationships over money. I said the money will follow. Build and create relationships with everybody, good or bad, whatever it might be, but build those relationships, because we wouldn't have been able to meet Kyle and Scrim and Mark and all these guys in the hobby, and now baseball players and certain people, friendships and relationships that we've met at the shows that have led to other things.
Yeah.
I.e., night and day now. Super close with them. They help us with collections and moving cards. And every time we do a deal with them, they take me out to a nice dinner. Relationships.
Yeah.
I just build a relationship.
Money comes and it goes, and
Yeah.
but you need the
And those relationships have led us to do things that I would have. If 4 years ago, if you would have told me, hey, you're going to be backstage at these concerts.
The most fun we ever
The
have
most
in
fun.
The green room.
The
and
green
it's very
room
relaxed,
rips.
but we're there like, oh my God.
Yeah, we're like, holy
I
shit.
just
Oh, fuck.
appreciate you guys.
And everyone's like, oh, yeah, whatever you need. They bend over
Like, literally,
backwards.
whatever.
You need. That one time, Matt's like, I think I'm a little thirsty. Like 10 minutes later, a fucking Truly, a 24-pack of Truly just slides underneath our feet. We're like, oh, shit. Fucking let's go. And we would have never had those opportunities if I would have stayed on the road.
The generosity.
Because there was a point where I was going, okay, this is stable.
Right.
And
It's steady.
I know the work's there. It's
Yeah.
the aerospace industry. It's always
are
been
always
there.
flying.
People always are traveling. I can drive up and down the freeway the rest of my life. There was one reason why I got the fucking insurance policy, remember? Just in case I was driving so much.
Oh, our life insurance.
Yeah, the life insurance.
That's good to have anyways.
It was like,
Yeah.
Derek goes, you never
should
know what can
probably
happen
have
on the
it.
road.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
All right. Just
I'm
in
grateful
case.
that's over. Because
Yeah. And in
you
all
were-
those years,
You were gone for hours. And then when you were home, you were exhausted. The back pain that you experienced.
the pain.
was
I was hitting the pen at
crazy.
night just to
And
fall asleep.
You were never cranky with the girls and I or anything like that. But I was a stay-at-home mom of 2 under 2, and I was like, I need to get out on the weekends. I need to get out. And your dad was the one who took us out. He was taking us to breakfast. He was taking us to the farmers market so you could sleep or so you could relax. But I'm so glad that's over.
I was putting
This
in
comes with
90,000
new
miles.
challenges, though.
Yeah, 90,000 miles a year I was doing.
Yeah.
90,000. And in all those years, I had one minor fender bender, and it wasn't my fault. That
Yeah.
girl rear-ended me, and I was like, yeah, whatever.
No biggie.
No biggie.
Man.
Just fucking keep going. Are you sure? Yeah, just fucking, I
work
don't care.
van. Who
I got to
cares?
deliver parts, bitch. And now we're here in Texas.
Yeah.
We're in Texas. I never thought we'd be here.
We tried.
We tried. Well, we are.
Yeah.
Well, we did. We did.
Well,
we do.
We tried for a while, like, to
Yeah.
move anywhere.
The
but
moving, yeah,
California.
moving out of California is hard. It's a big step. But now we're here, and it's still been a challenge
Yes.
because even though we have family here, it's still hard
Mm-hmm. Be careful.
because we're not. Everybody else has their own, like they have their own lives. They got their own problems. They
Your mom
got their own
works 9 to
issues.
Freaking 5.
They have their
Yeah.
own things.
My mom has a 12-year-old, and so she's like in that, and then your mom works 9 to 5. So I think that for me, we already hit on this, but that is the hardest for me because my vacations or my relaxing time or our time together alone was all those experiences that we just discussed. Out here, I just don't see that happening. How are we going to do that unless all of a sudden we make all this money where the girls can just fly with us, which is great. I would love that to happen, but It's like $4,000 just to get on a plane, just to get on the plane and go to one place.
It was $800 for me to fly round trip to Ontario. I don't know why. Somebody said it was
Crystal said it was ski week. A lot of kids have
spring break.
No, it's ski week before spring break. Spring break is in March.
What the fuck is ski week?
Ski week.
Ski gets their own week now?
Some kids have ski week. I think it's just, I don't know.
Now they're dividing the months into weeks.
Don't worry about it.
Everybody
Our
gets a
kids are
month. Now
homeschooled.
everyone's
They
going to have
don't
a week.
Ski week. They're
Where's
home.
Dad week at?
Ski week is all week, every week for us. It's difficult.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
What about your notes?
I haven't even looked.
Well,
I haven't even looked at one.
Let me tell you something. This has been a great podcast, and we're up almost at 45
oh
minutes.
shit.
Yeah, it goes quick when you're
45
just shooting
Shooting the shit?
shooting the shit.
You can always save it for a part 2. This has been great. You guys
Yeah.
could do a part 2, like down the road. It doesn't have to be like next week or whatever. It could be like in a couple months from now or whatever. Save it for next
Save
time.
it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
We should just do a little part. We should just, every now and then, just touch the tip. Just come on back in, touch the tip. Just get on the bit. Come on, DR.
All right.
How's everything going? You good?
Yeah. You're gonna
Last
have to-
week-
you're- this isn't part of the podcast.
Oh, hell
right?
yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is.
That's the talent just said it is. I don't know.
Last week, I told the story real quick about how I felt it from you, how I can feel it sometimes,
The
where we're
feeling.
talking, and I get it. I feel that aura. There's boom,
Yeah. What?
and I feel
The radiation.
The Yeah, I'm radiating
And it
stress
rings
in
my
your
fucking-
direction.
And I told the story how I shut the door, you were in the room, and I told the girls, I said, listen, we're fucking picking up this house. You got 15
It's
minutes.
just not hard. Just
No,
fucking do it.
But the girls are looking at me like, what the fuck's
Are we
going on? I
sure?
said, I got the signal. The fucking,
I will not
the
come to you.
tsunami
I will not
signal.
come to you and go, you are lacking, you're slacking, you're not picking it up where I need. I will not come to you and do that because there is areas that I lack as well. And you just pick it up. You don't come to me and go, well, I did this for you because you were slacking. Never. So I would never say that to you. But yes, I will radiate things in your direction. Be like,
You don't have to say it though, too. I can sometimes just feel it. I could see it in your face, and you give me this like, and it's like, whoa, 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 and I'm like, and I just like, my eyes are doing the like the thing, on the cartoons, the eyes are spinning,
yeah.
and I'm going, yep, I hear you, fucking zombie. I'm gonna fucking go. I understand. I get it.
I just need.
But
you
I said
to
on the podcast last
stop
week,
or something.
people need to find that because we don't do that,
No,
which
we
is
don't do
great.
that.
Because if you start doing that,
does not work.
it's not
You
healthy.
Yelling and bitching at your partner to be better and do better, it won't work. First, look at yourself and say, well, are there areas where I could be better first? Like, how can I communicate this better?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all about communication. If I come to you just fucking pissed and shitting on you for what you're not doing, in turn, you're going to come to me and go, well, I do all of this. Like, I'm exhausted. You work 24/7. Your phone never shuts off. Your brain never shuts off.
Mm-hmm.
People will not stop calling you. It's fucking 3:30 in the morning and you're on the phone.
Yeah.
So doing that to you is not gonna work.
I know.
So you just have to learn to communicate and say, I'm stressed out. I feel like I can't get the bathrooms clean, or I can't do this. I'm super frustrated with myself, or always dumping on you isn't gonna first of all, it's not gonna make you feel good, and it's not gonna make you want to help me or go above and beyond when you have the time. So no, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't do that because we are children of divorce.
Yeah.
Children of multiple divorces.
Multiple.
So
Compounding divorces.
Our communication is on point.
It's great when you
24/7.
see
Yes.
like 12 wrecked marriages in front of you. And then you go,
That's
oh, I'll take that. I won't do that.
Yeah.
I won't do that.
yeah.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah.
We'll have you back in,
We're
babe.
good.
Okay, thanks, babe.
everybody, it was great. So good. It was so great. Okay. Everybody loves it. I love it. You know it.
And stop.
Appreciate everybody following, listening, liking, sharing, subscribing. Click that live button, baby. Comment. We'll be back next week. We're going to be doing multiple podcasts with other podcasts next week. Multiple drops. We got a lot of stuff coming up. March is going to be a big month. April's going to be a big month. May's a big month.
Every month.
Every month's a big month. We're going to Burbank tomorrow. It's going to be fun. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. She's not going.
We already discussed.
Happy Valentine's Day. Go get some
Valentine's
flowers, some chocolate, and buttered up that butthole, and let's get going.
Okay.
Peace.